We arrived at Carsington Water in Derbyshire and saw our balloon basket arriving. We watched as preparations were made inside the basket for our trip. The burners were tried out to make sure they were functioning before the basket and its trailer were driven onto our launch site, a grassy field beside the road, where the basket was unceremoniously unloaded. The basket was tipped on its side, and we watched as the balloon bag was rolled out of the trailer. We all stood around, not sure how we could help. The balloon was then attached to the basket with guy ropes. Once this was done, everyone joined in to help unpack the balloon from its bag. It seemed as if the bag was bottomless and the balloon would never be completely unpacked. Our pilot directed us as we unravelled the balloon. It took quite a time and seemed to be a precise art. The driver, who's dressed in blue shirt, seemed to know exactly what was required. The balloon was now ready, and we wondered what was next. A large fan was produced, and our pilot warned us of the danger of getting too close to it. Meanwhile, our sister balloon was already being inflated. While our pilot accessed her computer and planned our flight, we watched the colourful balloon slowly rise into the air. As the fan directed the hot air into our balloon, our pilot made final interior adjustments from deep inside it. While our balloon was still inflating, our sister balloon was ready for takeoff. When our pilot eventually emerged from the recesses of the balloon, she asked me to be ballast. I've been called some things before, but never that. With the ballast aboard, our pilot lit and adjusted the burners to raise the balloon and right the basket.
Handbag monitor. Right, okie dokie, we're just going to go through the landing positions first, folks, okay? So listen up. Okay. Ooh. Now then, we're going to be flying along that way, okay? You're going to land with your back to the direction of travel. Okay?
We listened carefully to our flying and landing instructions. It was a tight squeeze for 10 of us in the basket. Then we posed for our pre-lift-off photo before we eventually lifted off into the air.
Let's woke the budgie up.
As we rose, a small boy tried to grab one of the trailing ropes.
No, don't grab hold of the basket, you rascal.
We're floating through the air. At last,